Most people fear the lion, the shark, the crocodile, but in Africa, one animal kills more people every single year than almost any other large predator on the continent. It does not hunt you for food, it does not stalk you through the grass, and yet it charges without warning, moves faster than you can run, and bites with a force that can cut a boat in half. So why is the hippopotamus, an animal that eats mostly grass, one of the deadliest creatures on Earth? And why do so many people still underestimate it? That is exactly what we are going to find out. Let us start with the numbers because they are genuinely shocking. Lions kill an estimated 200 to 250 people per year across Africa. Crocodiles, long considered Africa's most dangerous predator, kill roughly 1,000. Hippos, conservative estimates put the figure at around 500 deaths per year. Some researchers suggest the real number is closer to 3,000 when unrecorded attacks in remote regions are included. The majority of victims are not tourists. They are fishermen, farmers, and people who live and work near the rivers and lakes where hippos make their home. People who cross paths with these animals every single day and sometimes do not survive it. And yet the hippo remains one of the most underestimated animals on the planet. To understand why hippos are so dangerous, you need to understand what they actually are. Because most people have completely the wrong picture, hippos are herbivores. They spend their nights on land, grazing, eating up to 40 kilograms of grass in a single evening. By day, they return to water to keep cool under the brutal African sun. They are highly social animals that live in pods, groups of 10 to 30 individuals, sometimes more, dominated by a single large male. And they are intensely, explosively territorial. Those enormous teeth, the canines can grow to 50 centimeters long, are not for eating. They are weapons, pure and simple, designed for combat against other hippos, and devastatingly effective against anything else that gets too close. A hippo's bite force has been measured at around 1,800 pounds per square inch. That is enough to snap a small boat in two. Enough to kill a fully grown crocodile with a single bite. Here is where the danger really begins to compound. People see a hippo, enormous, round, slow-looking, and assume they can get away. They are wrong. On land, a hippo can reach speeds of 30 kilometers per hour. Some reports put it closer to 40. That is faster than most humans can sprint. And they can sustain that speed over short distances with terrifying aggression. Here is something most people do not realize about hippos. They look calm, slow, almost peaceful sitting in the water. But a hippo can launch from completely submerged to a full charge in under 2 seconds. By the time you see it move, it is already too late. That mouth can open to a 180-degree gape. The canine teeth alone can reach 50 centimeters. And the bite force, around 1,800 pounds per square inch. Enough to cut a small boat completely in half. These animals kill an estimated 500 people every year in Africa. Possibly far more in regions where attacks go unrecorded. And almost none of those victims saw it coming. So why do they attack? If they are not hunting, what triggers them? The answer is almost always one of 3 things: territory, fear, or a mother protecting her young. Male hippos are ferociously territorial over their stretch of river. Any intruder, human, boat, crocodile, or rival male, that crosses into that zone risks an immediate charge. There is no warning period, no negotiation. The hippo simply attacks. For fishermen and river crossers, this is the core danger. They often have no idea where a territorial boundary begins. The water looks the same in every direction. But to the hippo, you have just stepped into its home. A mother hippo with a calf is arguably even more dangerous. She will attack anything she perceives as a threat. And she does not wait to confirm whether the threat is real. She charges first. It is a survival strategy that has worked for millions of years. It works because it is absolute. There is another layer to this that makes hippos especially deadly to local communities: their behavior at night. Hippos graze on land after dark. They follow established paths from the water to their feeding grounds, paths they use night after night for years. Those paths often cut directly through farmland, through villages, through areas where people sleep. For farmers living near hippo habitat, A hippo that finds and eats your crops is already a serious problem. But a person who steps outside at night and surprises one of these animals on its path faces something far worse. A startled hippo on land does not retreat, it does not pause, it charges toward water, which is its instinct when threatened, and anything standing between the hippo and the river becomes a casualty. People are killed this way not because the hippo hunted them, but because they were in the way. Part of what makes hippos so deadly is cultural. In safari settings, they are often presented as slow, amusing, almost comical. Tourists photograph them from close range. They look peaceful in the water. That perception is lethal. Rangers and wildlife officials across Africa consistently identify hippos as the animal they are most cautious around. More than lions, more than elephants, more than crocodiles. Because lions telegraph their moods, elephants give warning charges, crocodiles are predictable near the waterline. Hippos give almost no warning. One moment still, the next already moving at full speed toward you. The danger is invisible until it is not. So here is the answer to the question we started with. The hippo kills more people than lions, not because it is a predator, not because it hunts, but because it is massive, unpredictable, blindingly fast, and completely fearless. In an environment where millions of people live and work every single day, it kills because we share the same rivers, the same banks, the same paths in the dark. It kills because it defends its territory with total commitment every single time. And it kills, most of all, because people refuse to believe something that looks like that could actually be dangerous. Now you know. If this changed the way you think about what is actually dangerous in the wild, subscribe. We go deeper on the animals the world gets wrong every single week. Next time, the crocodile has survived for over 200 million years. And the reason it is still here might be the most disturbing thing we have ever covered.